I'm honored that you invited me here to celebrate your 23rd anniversary at Mount Prospect Baptist Church. 23 years here at Mount Prospect Baptist Church. 25 years they give you a gold Rolex watch. 23 years you get me. I am a Christian. I gave my life to Christ about, I say 7 years ago. And I'm going to tell you something, when you give your life to Christ, you change, but the people around you try to get you to go right back to where you were.
Amen.
You know what I'm talking about? I had to fire my manager because I became a Christian. I'm serious. He gonna tell me, he wanted to charge me 25% of everything I made. I said, man, that's too much money. Well, you're a Christian now. Get the good Lord to book you. I said, yeah, I might as well, because he only charged me 10%. He wouldn't be able to. I grew up in one of the house churches growing up in Dallas, Texas. Y'all know what a house church is, right? Used to be a house, now it's a church. Don't act like I'm the only one that went there, right? They have Sunday school in the kitchen, usher boy meeting in the bedroom, getting baptized in the bathtub. I grew up in the Baptist church. How many of y'all grew up in the Baptist church? Clap your hands. Let me hear from you guys. Just clap your hands. Let me check. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. The collection plate will be passed around momentarily. I don't know about your church. The church I went to, they take up 15 collections in one Sunday. 15 tithing, offering, passing life anniversary, Sunday school, usher boy. Man, take up one collection, split it 15 ways. Then you know I gotta take a loan every time I come up in here. I'm not saying I go to an expensive church, but they got an ATM next to the pulpit. Everything you can imagine, Christian shows, comedy clubs, corporate shows, colleges, outdoor, you name it, I do it. One of my all-time favorites, besides the church, I don't get to do churches that much, or Christian events, is cruise ships. I love doing cruise ships. And the simple reason is because I get to perform in front of my elders. I'm not joking. I love it. You know, give all the elders in here a round of applause. I love my elders. I don't call you boys. I call you my elders because I have much respect for you. And I figured this out. If I can make them laugh, I can make anybody laugh. Because think about it. They have seen all the great comedians in their prime. They've seen Richard Pryor in his prime, Bob Hope in his prime, Bill Cosby in his prime. They've seen Noah. They've seen all the great comedians. Y'all didn't know Noah was a comedian? Yeah, he used to do cruise ships too. We don't know how good we have it these days. All we have to do is bow down on our knees and ask God to forgive us. That's all we have to do. Amen. That's it. Forgive us for our sins. That's it. See, back in the day in the Old Testament, they couldn't do that. Depending on what their sin was, you start reading, depending on what their sin was, they had to go catch like a lamb or a goat unblemished, cut them up, give parts to the priest, burn this, sprinkle blood here, give this part, eat this part, do this. All we have to do is bow down on our knees and ask for forgiveness. How hard is that?
Thank you, Lord.
How hard is that? Amen. See, I can see right now, a lot of people don't understand what I'm doing with this. Okay, look, you know how hard it is to catch a goat? Let's just go back. Let's act like we're in the Old Testament. We go back to the Old Testament. You commit a sin. Now you got to catch a goat, right? You're chasing this goat in the yard for 2.5 hours. You can't catch him. You trip and fall. You curse. Now you got to catch 2 goats. How many of you guys knew that Shadrach and Meshach didn't have a billy goat? No, come on. I mean, I was singing in the choir. I thought that's what they were saying. Shadrach, Meshach, and a billy goat. Shadrach, Meshach, and a billy goat. That's probably why I got kicked out the choir. The teacher's up and she's talking about whales. And she's saying, you know, even though whales are huge animals, their throat are so small that human beings cannot be, they call killer whales, but human beings cannot be swallowed by these whales. And a little girl raised her hand. She said, well, I went to Sunday school Sunday, and my Bible teaches me that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. And the teacher said, well, that's an interesting story, but scientific proof proves that the throat is so small that a human being cannot be swallowed by a whale. And the little girl stood up and said, well, my Bible doesn't lie, and when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask Jonah. And the teacher said, well, what if Jonah's not in heaven? And the little girl said, well, then you can ask him.